Hello, my name is Master Trams, and welcome back to my YouTube channel, where today I've got a plan for the future and I'm going to share it with you, even though the thumbnail says it's top secret. It isn't. But first, you will notice that we are currently following on a train from Renfingbourne, so, I just wanted to do a bit of reminiscing before fully moving on. So, I'll speak to you in a bit. So, now that we've done the reminiscing, it's time to get to the fun bit. The ideas bit. So for context, since the last episode, when I mentioned that I didn't have any idea what the next big project was going to be, that hasn't changed. I still don't really have an idea, but that's what this episode is going to be about. It's going to be finding that idea. What I do have is a sort of very rough plan for the future main lines. So I can bring it up on screen now. And as you can see, the red bit, that is what we've already done. That is the southern main line from Sarnway at the bottom to Little Draham on the right. Then there are the three north-south lines. So in orange, you've got the west coast main line. So that's from Sarnway and Flunfingfield all the way up to the northwest corner. In blue, you've got the central main line from Flunfingfield and Overthead, which is going to need rebuilding, again up to the north, to pretty much the middle of the north. And in yellow, you've got the eastern main line, which As you can see by the fact it is just one line, is easily the least developed. I have put the least thought into this one of all the north-south main lines. Then you've got the remaining two east-west lines. In green is the northern main line. That's a very long way off. And in purple is the... well, it can't be the central main line because that's the blue. Midland main line, perhaps? Yeah, come on, we'll go with the Midland main line. So that is the very rough plan. Now, that is very much a skeleton, a loose skeleton of that. Now, we need to kind of put some meat on the bones, if that makes sense. So, if I go into this one and then go to plan list, well, we can get rid of the Flunfingfield Freight Tunnel, because we did that. We can get rid of the Southern Main Line, because we've done that. Cities... no, do I need... no, I think I can get rid of that one. Renfingbourne Freight Bypass... I'm not entirely sure how relevant that's going to be now. Southern branch lines, they're all done except for one to Graham. I'm not even sure if that should count with the Southern Main Line. We'll get it done either way, but I think we can get rid of that. And then freight hub boundaries, that is just something I'm working on in private. And then this is a 2026 plan. So the idea behind this one is to just set myself a boundary of how far north I will go this year. So as you can see, not very far north. Well, actually, quite a long way north. I am not going to fill the entirety of this bit of a map. Far from it. Like we've only got, what, 40 odd episodes. Maybe 50, if I'm consistent. But this will be where the northern extremities of the lines are. So, yeah. Now that that's established, well, first, we are going to just go, I think, west to east and try and make some plans. And then this time next year, we'll be able to compare against them and see how many we've actually done. And by the way, this is going to be plans for new lines, really. I don't think there's going to be much value in... I don't think there's going to be much value in planning rebuilds, because I already know sort of what I want to do with each line. Right, so first off, actually I'll probably just go and check over the Southern Main Line, just make sure I am happy with all the branch lines that currently exist. See if there are any sort of missing towns that could be useful to connect up. So I'm mainly looking for settlements which have city in them. I don't think there are that many in this bit of a map which aren't already served. Ah, Nintal. Honestly, that's going to be better served by a bus, I think. Great Munpool is one to consider, though. I don't quite know what we're going to do with it. Are there any others? Oh, Teddinghead Cross, okay. Right, what can we do here? So Teddinghead Cross could quite easily be served by a tram. I mean, you could build a short branch line, but I'm not sure what the value of it would be, especially given that this is a very busy main line. So yeah, I think that would be better served with a tram, similar to Nunham up here. But the Great Munpool, it's tricky. I think it would make sense to bring a line off at Tattingworth Falls. And then bring it through to, so if right, yeah, so Great Munpool branch. So from Tattingworth Falls and then what? Can't take it to Nonhill because again, that is incredibly busy. Do we take it just to Naffing Way? Or to like Choningstone? Or do we just leave it at Great Munpool? No, we'll take it to Naffing Way. Okay, so that's branch number 1 done. Also related to this. We'll be rerouting this branch line to go through Great Slinville. So yeah, and I think that just makes more sense and avoids the need for this S-bend. Right, now continuing east, is there anything down here which needs service? No, not really. Most of this is covered. So anything at all. Anything at all. Nope, doesn't look like it. Any of these lot? Nope. Conborn. Well, Conborn's definitely going to be a... Right, you know what? Let's make for Eastern Main Line, which was light blue, or sorry, Central Main Line. Right, so from here, we're going to go to Great Broodington, sorry. So on to like Hedham and such. Then somewhere along here we want to take off the Conborn branch. So that is going to come off here, I think. So yeah, just like that. I don't know where the services are going to go, but that should do the job. Is there anything else? I don't think so. Conningley, nope. You know, I've actually done a pretty good job, it seems. No, nothing along here. Huh. Oh, and we'll just do a brilliant branch just quickly. So just like that. And yeah, I think that will do for now for the Southern Main Line. Or for the area we've already covered. So now let's start going up the West Coast Main Line. So that was orange. West Coast Main Line. That is going to be orange. So up to Grundingham is already sorted, so let's have a look along this route. So already there's this massive gap, which I kind of want to sort out. I mean, Drindingham is massive, so this is going to become an express stop. Therefore, that means I need to do a branch from it as well. Right, where can the branch from Drindingham go? Oh, and I want it to be Sarnway facing. Because, I mean, Sarnway Central is going to expand, I reckon. But currently, I don't think there's going to be that much going into it. Because, as you saw, the West Coast Line is going to be splitting at Granley Market. So quite a few trains are going to be going into Flunfingfield as well, via Chaffing Hill. But yeah. I mean, there are also all the... Oh, okay. Well, that is one decision made. So we're going to need a branch coming off from probably Frinford. So from Frinford, going through Great Charnington. Actually, no, we're going to call these the Drindingworth branches. So then, from Frinford through Great Charnington, and then where from there? So you've got this line of towns here, but I think that would be better served from Granley Market. Then from Drindingham, I suppose you use Slunwell, Funtown, Traningville. Maybe we try and get to Traningville. Just try and keep it going up the coast. Oh yeah, that was relatively easy. So yeah, now from Drindingham. So yes, Slunwell. And you know what, yeah. We'll take a line into Wardinghead. And then similarly. There. So that can be the Drindingworth run. The Drindingham. Drindingham. Not Drindingworth. So those are the Drindingham branch lines, which I think adequately covers this gap. There's also a similar gap here. Oh, well, there you go. There's another city. Anything else around here? Anything else? Ah, Shordinghattan. Okay. Well, it's probably gonna come through here. And then, yeah, into Sinston. So, Shordinghattan branch. There. I think that would do. So yeah, so then we're going to have loads of branch lines all going into Sarnway Central. So we can try and really make it feel busy. Right, we're also going to want to reach Nat Bridge. Anything else? It's city. Nat Bridge. No, not Prentill. Right, Nat Bridge. How are we gonna serve Nat Bridge? But again, I kind of want it to be Sarnway facing, or even Fluntingfield facing at this point, because we're north of Granley Market. Right, you know what? Nat Bridge branch. Let's take a line out here. Yeah, I think that works. Yeah. Right, so that is the southern, that is the existing bit of the west coast main line. Now to plan the main line itself. The objective is to reach Sarnpool by the end of the year. I think we're going to want to tick off Kendworth Falls and this pair of cities here en route. So, from Grundingham, we're going to head up here to Kendworth Falls, through Pluntill, they're over there. I think we'll favour Leninghall. And then we just need to head up to Sarnpool. Right, so for now, that is going to be the West Coast Main Line. I think that reaches almost halfway up the map. Maybe like 40–45% of the distance. Yeah, so well, it might already be rivaling Southern Main Line in length. Now, I have seen a couple of other big cities along the way, like Little Drindingbury. So, Little Drindingbury branch. I think it's just going to have to come around here. Right, are there any smaller cities? So obviously there's Sindinghead. Which... We've also got Grinfingpool up here. Oh. Decent year. 20 million. Then we've got Wadborough Bay and Flenfingley. Right, so on what we were looking at Sindinghead, weren't we? Sindinghead branch. So I think we're going to take this from like Tennington. And so there, I think that will do. Then Grinfingpool. I think this one might be the first to face northward, because obviously you've got Sarnpool up here. Right. So then, Grinfingpool branch. So there. That Hanningley is not a city. No, none of these are cities. It's just Flenfingley and Wadborough Bay. So, Flenfingley branch. thing is going to come out of here. And then to Flintfinley. Ooh. Now maybe we take it to Ledston. Yeah, because Ledston isn't going to be easily accessible any other way. I mean, you've also got a few cities up here, but that is for 2027 and beyond, I reckon. Right, now there's another thing I'm spotting, and that is this line here, which is almost perfectly in line with Runpool. So you got Little Chenbury, yeah. Little Chenbury. Dewood, yeah. Dethinbridge, yeah. And then you come to the main line. So I think I'm going to create a sample to run. What's it called? Run pool line. So it's going to split off here-ish, go through Newtown, touch Dethinbridge, so yeah. So yeah, I think that will work nicely. Now, the reason that's not a main line itself is because, well, Runpool isn't on a main line, it's on a cross-country route. So this will work to keep cross-country trains off the West Coast main line until we reach Sample. Yeah, now I also saw Confingpool Bridge. Which needs a line. This, I think, is going to be unique. In that it isn't a single-ended branch. Because we can take it to Little Chenbury. Right. Well, that's already looking quite fleshed out. Right, what next? Well, it's naturally going to be the central mainline, I reckon. So a central main line. We're going to get this line up to Shornbury. I think we're going to go via Abbottbourne and then Bentown. Oh dear. So in Shornbury. And then from Flunthingfield. Obviously going to come through Renthingbourne. Then up here. But then you're going to come off here onto this line. Here's the plan. Then through Plenham into Sutway. I think here is going to be where you come off. I think you're going to cut a relatively straight line. Try and pick up Tradingen. Through Newtown. And then from here you're going to have lines to Longfield and Runpool, I reckon, from Newtown. So we're going to call those the Trutfield lines. Yeah, so apologies, this is going to be quite a long episode, but that's... Right, so, yeah. So then through Pardinghall. And then into Longfield. Then we're also going to have lines come off here through Symphony, through Flendington, and then yep, through Lenfingway, And then I don't quite know how I'm going to serve Little Windworth. Oh, and yep. So I think that serves all the cities in that part of the world. We're going to want a line to Sint Hill. Which I think could come from Sutway. Sorry. Sint Hill line. So, yeah. That works, I think. And then further north we go. So I think the goal is to get the central main line to Rindinghatten. So if we pick up the central main line again and go through Great Trindhead. Great Trindhead. No, none of these are cities. Nope. Oh, Greenhill. Right. Yes. I mean, I can see there are quite a few cities here. Yeah, Nutford, Eastway, Fort Gradworth. Chin Hill, Bloodhatton, Sondern. And I think I'm going to have a line from... But you've got 3 cities here. Oh, you've also got Senningville down here. Oh, and Monston. I think Monston might just come from Sample at some point, but that's not for today. Oh, that's not for this year. Right, so I'm now going to create the Eastway. Yep. Lines. So they're going to come from Great Trindhead. We're going to build like the main one first. Which will come up through here, through Chin Hill, and yeah. Right, so then from here, we're going to go to Tonding Head Cross. So then from Fort Gradworth, where's one's bang in the middle? We'll save this one. So then just down here. Ben Nutford. And I'm gonna come to here. And yeah, I think that's it. We'll also need to figure out how to serve Metfield, but that's for later, I reckon. Now, the western bit of the map is starting to look pretty well covered. I think I will just quickly do the eastern main line, which was in yellow, but I won't do any branches for that because, I mean, this recording is already approaching an hour. So yellow. So then, Sanding Head Cross, Sardhatton Ridge, Fort Slentborough, New Parkingford, and I think that's simple enough. Okay, we'll go to Fledborough instead. Right, so yeah. Actually, we might add a couple of lines from New Brattle City. So we are going to go through the lengthening all lines. Yep. then down to Sunton. And then finally, I think we'll just have a line to we'll call it the Taffing Hill line. Even though it will also serve and yeah, Chasten's also a city. There, I think that is more than enough to be getting on with. And yeah, as I said, come the new year, we shall come and evaluate how many of these we've done. Yeah, that is a good hour's work. So, I hope you've enjoyed this video. It's very different to my normal ones, but it lays a clear path for where I'm going next. So, if you've enjoyed this video, please like it. It really helps the algorithm. Please subscribe to the channel, because you've seen what I'm going to be getting up to for the next at least a year. You can also comment, tell me what you think of these plans. I personally really like them, but I'd love to know what you think. And finally, please share this video with your friends, because I mean that's the best way to grow a channel right now, especially one for my size, because the algorithm's going to give me no help whatsoever. So until next time, goodbye.